All right, well, welcome back. Again, we're in week 9, French Revolution. Let's jump right in. We talked last time that there was this rise up. There were this disparity. People were, the largest percentage, 98% of the population of France was not really being paid attention to. They were the others. And these others, although they represented the majority, the vast majority of everyone in the population, in the nation, in the country, it was really the first and second estates, the clergy and the nobility, that were really controlling everything. And so as the first wave of rebellion sort of comes in July, on July 14th, 1789, we had the rise up, or the storming of the Bastille. And this was the others, these new others people that were coming up, rising up, saying, we want a voice, we want to be heard, we want to be part of our nation. These folks rose up and actually did battle, and they won. They overthrew the Estates General, those three, in the clergy, the nobility, and then the others. They overthrew it and then reestablished themselves under a constitutional monarchy. So king's still hanging around. Remember Louis the 16th, he's weak, but he's okay, he's workable. But then the others sort of throw everybody else out of the parliament, and they actually get in and they create their own national constituent assembly. This represents the third estate. That's who makes up that part. So now it's really two, king and then the national constituent assembly, the new parliament, the new Congress, so to speak. And these folks, the new National Constituent Assembly, is made up of others. So for a while, that looks like it might work. Timeline, I put this up here. You can pause it, blow it up on your screen if you like. You can see that prior to this, a lot has happened. You go to this side of the screen, and there's a lot of things that are going on with the Declaration of Independence and the American Revolution, and all this gets done, and the Constitution, and then you have the French Revolution. You have that green line that goes across. Now, the first French Republic is going to interrupt it about halfway through. You see that the kind of powder blue, that one's going to interrupt it, and we're going to talk about that next week. But this first part, this first establishment, that's the National Constituent Assembly and the constitutional monarchy. But however, it's not going to last very long because, and we'll look at this in just a minute, but during this time, again, remember we said Thomas Jefferson is influencing the Parisians, the French people, and he's bringing the American Declaration of Independence and its ideas, and the Philosophes are adding to it, and we come up with this Declaration of Rights of Man and Citizens. And this is going to be a little bit different, but I want you to hear, see if you can spot Jefferson's influence. It's not as wild, I guess, in many respects. It doesn't talk about a lot of complaining like the Declaration of Independence did, but it does have certain articles. And I just want to kind of go through this and see if you can spot Jefferson in here, or the Philosophes in here. So Article 1 says, men are born and remain free and are equal in rights. That should sound familiar. Social distinctions can be based only on public utility. The public, the people are only ones that can differentiate status, social distinctions, who's higher, who's lower. That should also sound very familiar. That's Article number 1. Not a big difference from the Declaration of Independence. Article 2. Article 2. The aim of every political association is the preservation of the natural, and that word that's there means inalienable, the imprescriptible, thank you. Inalienable, you can't take it away, rights of man. That's like right out of the Declaration of Independence, almost word for word. Not quite, but almost. These rights are liberty, property, security, and the resistance to opposition. That sounds a lot like Declaration of Independence too. A little bit of the Constitution may be in there as well. But note that the thing you know what's missing in here compared to the Declaration of Independence? Do you catch it? Do you remember? There's no God. These rights are just nature and natural. Just these are the things that you could just assume from birth. But they're not granted to you by God. So France is a little bit different in where it seems power is held. Declaration of Independence, we the people believe that it is self-evident, it's obvious that all men are created equal, created by whom? By their creator, and that God has given them certain inalienable rights. That's a little bit different wording. It's a little bit different picture. The authority is then from God given to people, and then the people give it to the government. This one is political associations, government, is to preserve the natural and inalienable rights of man. Where that comes from, it doesn't specify. Does it come from just nature, like animals? Does it come from just people saying that they got it? Whoever fights the hardest, they get to win and define it? We don't know. But very similar to the United States Declaration of Independence. Article 3. The source of all sovereignty resides essentially in the nation. No body, no individual can exercise authority that does not explicitly proceed from it. Who's it? Who's the it? I know where it is in America. It's we the people. We the people. We are the ones that grant power to the government. That's John Locke. This one is a little bit different. Note who has the power. It resides in the nation, not in the people, in the nation. That's going to be a major problem for France as it develops and moves through. Because who is the nation? Who consists of the nation? Who are the citizens of the nation? Who belong to the nation? And what does it mean by nation? What does that mean? So, U.S. Constitution, U.S. Bill of Rights, they're kind of going along the same time. The U.S. Constitution is finalized about the time that the Declaration of the Rights of Man and Citizens in France is being put forward. Then France is going to go through its initial rebellion, revolt, and we're going to end up with the Bill of Rights, U.S. Bill of Rights, that's going to be added and ratified in 1791, shortly thereafter. And the Bill of Rights is tacked on because the people felt that the Constitution still gave too much power to the state, not to the people, to the nation, not to the people. And it didn't want to do that. So it added on the Bill of Rights, and then we had a complete Constitution with the Bill of Rights. And all of this is going to be very instrumental in what happens in our next video. So stand by.